What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pleeka podcast, the podcast where we watch every MCU movie. I'm Jerome,
And I'm Nick.
and today we watched Civil War.
Sorry.
All right, so as we start every podcast, we got a little bit of trivia to do. The day before filming the fight scene with Robert Downey Jr., Sebastian Stan sent him a video of him doing intense bicep curls in front of a decapitated head of an Iron Man suit. He attached a message saying, "Looking forward to our scene tomorrow, Robert."
Wow.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
I wasn't sure where that was going when I first started reading it, but I was like, wow, I like that he did that. A couple of my notes are just like things that they did like on set like that.
Yeah.
But I like that he did that. I think this is a little early to do it, but I think Bucky is my favorite person in this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really I rewatching these made me like him so much more watching all the movies, and I think he's my favorite in this.
I like him. I don't know if he's my favorite in this. Are we doing that now?
Well, I guess we can. I just thought about it right now, bringing that up. So yeah.
God, see, I don't. It's funny. I still like Captain America the best. Like, but I don't think he's my favorite one in this one. The cool thing is like when they're gathering up the people and like they show Iron Man go and get Spider-Man. I was like, oh, like I remember Spider-Man's in it, but I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna go get Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool.
Yeah, Spider-Man's really cool in this.
Yeah, because he's
Even like Black Panther, he's barely in this.
Black Panther was really cool.
Which I read actually, Black Panther was supposed to have a small role in this, and Spider-Man was going to have a huge role. But then they weren't sure how the deal was going with Sony. Sony kind of said no, and so they're like, all right, well, we're in the middle of making a movie, so they bumped up Black Panther's role, and they kicked Spider-Man out because he wasn't going to be allowed to be in the movie. And then the deal passed, so then Spider-Man had to have the little role in the movie instead of Black Panther.
Oh, really?
Because they were just going to have him show up as do a little bit. He wasn't even going to go in the costume at all. They were going to save all that for the movie. I think he was just going to be at that place, and his dad was going to die and all that, and that was probably going to be it. But then, because Spider-Man stuff, that actually got all the cool Black Panther. Like, imagine we wouldn't have that awesome chase scene, like, in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that deal not going
Well,
through.
and then what I was going to say is, so after they get Spider-Man, I'm like, oh, yeah. And then they go get Ant-Man. So,
yeah.
I think...
I wonder if there's a deleted scene. I haven't looked, but, like, I wish we could see Hawkeye go get Ant-Man.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because I wondered how that exchange went.
Yeah, but so Ant-Man's my favorite in this. He's only in it for like a scene or two, but I thought he stole the show.
No, I get that. Yeah, I mean, he's the biggest part of the movie.
Wow.
Get it?
No, could you explain it?
For those who are just listening to this on iTunes or SoundCloud, I pointed to the giant man pop figure we have on the table, which I will talk about this a little bit. We have all the pop figures, everybody in the movie. Everybody's standing up except for one guy.
The one that you think's a hot guy.
Fucking Hawkeye.
See?
With this giant head won't fucking stand up. I was so proud of how I was doing this, and I set him down, and he just boom, falls over. But yes, if you want to see all the pop figures on here and look at our beautiful faces, you can check us out on YouTube.
So it's not a spoiler to Avengers 3.
No, maybe it is. He's the one that goes down.
Yeah.
No, I honestly think that Tony Stark's gonna be the one that dies in Infinity War.
Oh, you do think that?
Yeah, I think if that happens, I won't be surprised. But if someone else dies, I will be surprised.
If I recall, when this movie was coming out, they're like, "Oh, someone's gonna die."
Yeah, well, because in Civil War, I'm pretty sure it's Captain America that dies.
Yeah, but no one died.
Yeah, well, I think it's because they knew they were gonna do Avengers in a little bit.
He got fucked up.
I think War Machine should have died in the movie. I said that in the past couple podcasts, but I think it would have been a good bigger impact, because not like he's very essential to these movies. He's just kind of a cool little part.
Yeah.
So I think it would have made a bigger impact if when Vision did that, because of their whole fight, they keep War Machine died, other than him just breaking his spine and he can't walk a little bit,
Which they'll fix.
Well, yeah, that thing. It's funny. You know how I told you a couple weeks ago that people online, because the magazines are coming out, you see stuff on his legs, like, oh, that's how he can walk. It's the same fucking thing he's wearing at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know what people are like, oh my god, about, because it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Maybe like a little bit more blue in the new pictures, but it's got the same circles on the sides and everything.
And he literally goes, any ideas you got or anything you want to do to help
Yeah,
out? Yeah.
I'll fix it up.
And then he falls over.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of Hank from Breaking Bad when he's learning to walk. Except War Machine's go, Marie!
God. Only Fireman was purple.
Wow. So Tom Hiddleston confessed that even though he did not appear in this film, it has one of his favorite moments in the MCU, and it's when Chris Evans is holding that or helicopter, and he goes, "Did you see his biceps though?" He's like, "That's the best part." And they're talking about it, which I guess a lot of people have talked about. They think that's like Chris Evans' bicep is fake in that part, and he like goes out of his way to be like, "No, it's not fake. That was really me."
That's funny.
But I thought that was funny that Loki's like, "Oh my god, you see his arms?"
Like it was funny when he grabbed it. You're like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
it looks fake.
Yeah, almost. Like it's
Yeah.
like almost unbelievable.
It's like when he gets out of the fucking thing in the first one, when he's
Oh, yeah, like when
he turns from you to Chris Evans.
when Peggy touches his chest like that, that was just reaction of the actress. Like that wasn't in the script. She was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh right,
Yeah.
that's funny.
So then this one I thought was kind of funny. Shows about who's like the top dogs in this movie. Chris Evans' screen time is only 5 minutes longer than Robert Downey Jr.'s in the movie. Chris Evans appears for 39 minutes total, and Robert Downey Jr. appears for 34 minutes total.
Oh,
So only 5 minutes longer in his own movie,
yeah, but who'd you root for the entire movie?
Captain America.
Yeah, so
But yeah, but isn't that funny? Like if they were making Iron Man 4 and Captain America was going to be in it, he would not be in it for 5 minutes
I was
less
thinking
than
about
Iron Man.
like in Winter Soldier, like Falcon shows up, Scarlett Johansson's in it. Like,
yeah.
Not so much in the first one, but in the second one, and then in this one, they got everybody.
Yeah, this is literally Avengers 2.5.
But Captain America doesn't show up like in Thor. Well, I guess he
Yeah.
did.
Well, he thought, Thor 2, but it wasn't Captain America. It was still Loki.
Yeah. He shows up in Spider-Man.
Well, like even like if you look at the title for this movie, I guess it being Captain America was just an excuse,
yeah.
kind of, because like the title is Civil War, then inside Civil War is a little tiny Captain America.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, no, that's true. It's not.
like they could have just called it Civil War, and it would have been probably fine.
Yeah.
But they needed a name. You know, this is a little like cut into here a little bit. I've been very burpy all day today, and it's because I believe because this morning I got up and I was like, oh, I want to eat some pizza, and then I grabbed some pizza out of the fridge, and
Out of the fridge or the freezer?
out of the fridge.
Hmm.
It was some leftover pizza,
Okay.
and I went over to the microwave, and we've been playing this game called Getting Ice or whatever. A bunch of college kids play it. You give someone a Smirnoff Ice. You have to hide it in the spot, and they find it. They have to drink the whole thing right there.
Mind you, I've never seen this in live.
Yeah, I've got my mother a couple times. I have a bunch of videos of it.
Didn't you get her like 3 times?
3 times in one day, yeah.
Jesus.
So I kind of deserve this. But I opened the microwave in the morning, and there's a Smirnoff Ice in the fucking microwave, and I go, oh, my God, you got to be kidding me. And I text my mother. I was like, was this you? She was like, no, that's pretty funny. So then I knew it was this fucker. So then I had to drink it. And here's a little clip of me drinking that I recorded. Nick's an asshole. Went to the old microwave. What do I fucking find? Ugh, fuck you, Nick. Fuck you right in the ass. God, you're such a dick.
So,
But like I've been literally burping all day since then.
so first of all, if you would have done that to me,
You wouldn't have drank it. I
There's
know,
no-
because you're a
there's
little cock.
well, you couldn't have proved that I saw it. There's no one home. I'll give you credit for drinking it.
I
but
know
should-
you wouldn't have.
But you should give me credit for getting you because
No,
you,
I
know you
I was
rude.
very surprised. And then I
'Cause
text him about it. I said, you're a dick. And I text him. And you know what this motherfucker texted me back? A gif of Vanilla Ice singing Ice Ice Baby.
Yep.
Yeah, so now moving on to our last trivia. Ragnarok, Thor's clone, is an integral part of the comics version of Civil War. And then I wrote this down, but he doesn't appear in the movie. But in the comics, he kills Goliath, who is Lawrence Fishburne's character in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't know if he's going to play Goliath. Goliath is basically Giant Man, but he's like the second Giant Man, and he's a black character. Lawrence Fishburne's going to play him.
Oh.
But
smart.
he's in the trailer for Ant-Man and the
Oh, is
Wasp.
he?
Lawrence Fishburne is. I don't know if he's gonna play the character Goliath. I don't think that's been confirmed yet, but he does have the same name as the guy. But so that was kind of interesting that he's gonna show up then. Because once I saw that, I kind of remembered Thor's. I've read that book a long time ago, the Civil War one.
Mm-hmm.
So then I read that, I was like, oh yeah, Thor's clone was in that, and I was like, I think he killed somebody. And I looked it
What
up.
was his clone's name?
Ragnarok, which
Oh.
actually Hank Pym and I can't think of the normal guy's name, Mr. Fantastic. Those two cloned Thor, like DNA, and made another Thor, like to help Civil War, because like Thor was lost in like space somewhere.
Why does he always get lost?
I don't know. It's just kind of Thor's thing. And then he ended up like he was fighting, and he shows up and like just kills the guy as he gets giant. It was actually pretty cool, like scene in the comics.
So there's no clone of Thor in
In the movie
movie?
Ragnarok, no. I don't.
Oh.
Well, because it's one of those things where like that's just
I'm
what,
just
that's just
asking
what
because-
that's just what they named the clone. Because I'm pretty sure Ragnarok, they even mentioned it like in the comic preludes to these movies and stuff like that. It's just like the end of Asgard, which leads to like the apocalypse and stuff. So I think they just called him that, just as a little Easter egg, probably.
Isn't Apocalypse the guy on the X-Men?
Yeah, it's a really bad X-Men movie
Yeah. that's
starring I can't think of his name. Wannabe Han Solo from the new Star Wars movies.
Oh, he's in there?
He owns BB-8. He is Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Captain America: Civil War, directed by the Russo brothers, budget $250 million. In the box office, it made $1.153 billion
Oh, so this is the first one to make $1 billion
since Iron Man 3, I believe.
No, Avengers 2.
Oh yeah, Avengers 2.
So
So
both
I
of
think
the-
it's the fourth movie to do it, from what I saw. But that's going total. Like they're counting the other ones after. Hold on, I forgot to clear space on the GoPro, so I gotta go fix that. I think it's the fourth. I don't know. I read it was the fourth, but I think that's including, like the other movies to come out.
But so I'm trying to think. Both Avengers and Iron Man 3. I don't remember saying another one made $1 billion.
Avengers 1, Iron Man.
Oh wait, this would be 4.
Yes, this will be 4 then. Avengers,
Oh,
Iron
yeah.
Man 3, Avengers 2. Yeah, duh.
I'm fucking
yeah.
retarded.
I don't know why I wasn't thinking of the first Avengers either. So alright, the movie starts in 1991 at a Hydra base with the Winter Soldier, and he makes a car crash and steals some super soldier serum and brings
I'm
that
surprised you
back.
could say that.
Brings it back to the Hydra base, and then it cuts to the Avengers going on a mission against Crossbones.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I did like that. I kind of forgot that it started with that mission with Bucky. Like I thought that was a flashback later. They kind of cut that a couple times,
Yeah.
but that was pretty cool. And then that the mission with against Crossbones was really cool. I love how like the opening scene you got Falcon and Scarlet Witch and they're working together, going into the buildings and shit like that.
Yeah.
There's that really brutal part where Captain America falls out of the window, hits the truck, and falls back over. I remember in the theaters, everybody was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
But then Crossbones tells Cap that Bucky remembered him, and says a little quote from them as kids, and says, "Yeah, he remembered you until we scrambled his brains again."
Yeah.
Which then Captain
Which-
America gets all pissed off, and then Scarlet Witch throws him exploding crossbones into a building.
Yeah, it was cool when he goes to blow up and she stops it, and then this.
Yeah, he's like, "You're coming with me," and hits it, and like he's like in the middle of exploding.
She
as
just had
catches
bad
him.
aim.
Well, I think she was kind of like freaking out too, 'cause she's like, "Where the fuck did I put the exploding guy?" So I think her intentions were just to put it up,
Yeah.
but she aimed a little close to the building and then killed a couple people.
Couple Wakandas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I caught that the first time watching it. That it was
No, there's no.
probably
way.
because I didn't really know.
I mean, maybe because his dad talks at the UN and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
I should have known because that's the reason like he's even there in the
But
first
I'd-
place to have his dad die.
At that point, I probably didn't know what Wakanda was.
Yeah, I mean the only other mention of it in here was in Avengers 2,
Yeah.
and like it's not like Black Panther was a huge character before this,
No.
like a mainstream character. So then we get a young I almost said Howard Stark. We get a young Tony Stark scene, and then a normal age Tony Stark comes out and
That scene still creeps me out
a little bit. Yeah, he decides to fund everybody's project in the crowd, and then he gets approached by a mother of a kid who died because of the city that Ultron dropped in Avengers 2.
She's the mom in Scrooged. I can never get that out
Yeah.
of my mind.
But yeah, so he does all that. He's feeling good about himself a little bit until he leaves. And like he almost seems like in his PTSD self, like in Iron Man 3 a little bit when he like leaves the
Yeah, it's
area.
like every other movie. He just gets
It's
depressed.
kind of sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's either having a real good time or he's wants to kill himself.
Yeah.
And then he meets that mom, and she's like, "Yeah, my son died," and that kind of kicks off the whole movie. You know, if that lady didn't show up there, do you think he would have been on
No.
Cap's side?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like instead of like going against him, I think so too. Which kind of just shows that like it's just because it was put in front of his face. It wasn't like true feel like it was true feelings, But he wouldn't have felt the same if he didn't know.
Well, I had the same thought when they have the big ass fight scene. Like they're there.
Like the one at the airport?
Yeah, they're like, hey, we gotta sign these things. It's the right thing to do. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go blow up these planes, and I'm gonna like Vision like takes out the whole fucking tower just to stop him from getting to the plane, and I'm like, was that necessary?
Yeah, even though they're not hurting people at that point, they're still causing wherever they're at. I think they were in Germany at the time.
Yeah.
Like millions and millions of dollars by destroying their airport and shit.
Yeah.
All the cars falling down. I mean, it's a cool scene, but like if they're because like they're fighting for it, so
like it'd probably be boring if they were like, hey, wait, don't break anything, but
they're just sitting there like in a little circle at the airport.
But they're literally doing what they signed not to do to stop them from not doing the thing they haven't done yet.
Yeah, a little bit. So we get a returning from Incredible Hulk Secretary Ross, and he has a meeting with the Avengers and he brings up how many people they've all killed in every single movie. They kill more and more people, and then he hands them the Sokovia Accords. I thought that was kind of cool that they brought him back.
Yeah, and like
he's almost kind of the villain of the movie in a way.
Sort of.
Because you got Zemo's a villain, you kind of got Iron Man a villain, and then you got him as like the guy enforcing everything.
And he's just like he was Incredible Hulk, just wants to fucking lock away the fucking superheroes, basically, and not use them.
Well, yeah, but he wants them to work for him.
Well, yeah.
And if they don't, then he'll lock them away.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah. I did like his quote, though, when he was talking to Iron Man in this, or talking to Captain America in this scene. He's like, do you know where Thor and the Hulk, do you know where Thor and Banner are right now? And they're like, no, we'll find them, though. And he's like, if I lost 2 nuclear warheads, I would need to find them right now, or I'd be in huge trouble. And I was like, oh, it's kind of funny if you think about it like that. I mean, because, like, Hulk, in every movie, he's kind of like the, like, almost villain in a way. Like, they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then Thor just kind of does his own thing.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of a good little quote by him.
Yeah, kind of, except that they're not blowing up necessarily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, in most cases, they do more good than harm, except for in Avengers 2, but that was because of Scarlet Witch.
They're usually, in their destruction, they are stopping someone from
killing billions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then because of Black Widow releasing the Hydra files, Baron Zemo shows up at the Russian soldier's house from the opening of the movie with Bucky, and he wants the mission report of the mission Bucky did in the beginning of the movie. Which I don't think I caught that again the first time watching this. That it was like he says, "Oh, because of or it says her name, Natasha or whatever, releasing all the Hydra files, I caught you and all this stuff." Like I don't think I realized that they took that back from the other movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of a cool little.
I liked it because he's like, some of it needed to be decrypted, but he goes, "But I'm patient." You know?
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool part. And then while arguing over the Sokovia Accords, Cap gets a text that Peggy died in her sleep, and we have a little Peggy funeral. Oh, I didn't put Peggy up here. I should have put her up here. We don't. They should make like an old Peggy, like from. Was it no? It was Winter Soldier when she's lying in her little bed.
Yeah.
They should, because you know how they have like the vehicle pops. Do like I'm a dying old lady in a bed
one
pop.
in a coffin.
Oh, that'd be funny. Just a little coffin just on the outside that says Peggy Carter.
Wow.
That'd be amazing. So then after that, we cut to the United Nations, and they're having a meeting about the Sokovia Accords, and Black Widow speaks to Black Panther. And then as the meeting starts, King T'Chaka is killed by an explosion. And then right after that, Falcon shows up to Cap, tells him the news about the explosion. The news blames Bucky for the incident. And then Cap calls Black Widow and says that she's going to go after Bucky, which this I also didn't catch. Like, I don't know, I just didn't see this the first time watching it. She hears the sirens on his phone back to him, then she knows he's there. I never really even, like, cared the first time she did that. I was like, oh, they're talking, okay, he's going to go after Bucky. But then, like, looking at her face at that, I was like, oh, she knows he's there.
You know what's funny about that? I think you did catch it the first time we watched it, because I almost distinctly remember you saying something about it.
Oh, really? Because
yeah.
So then I must have just forgot.
You just forgot.
Because
yeah.
like when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's interesting. She knew that he was around.
Well, she's a fucking spy. She better know.
Well, yeah, but she was a spy. But like, really, sometimes it's just how smart they need her to be in the movie. You know?
Yeah, but I mean that was I think that's my favorite scene is when Captain America and Bucky leave that.
Oh, yeah, that's my next part now. So then Cap shows up at Bucky's place, and we get a really, really cool fight/chase scene with Bucky, Cap, Black Panther, and Falcon. So I think this is the first time we see Black Panther in costume in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bucky jumps off the building, and then he's there.
I think, like, my favorite part is him, not the chase scene. The chase scene's super cool and easy to pick. I just like the part where he escapes all the German soldiers.
No, yeah, I like that.
He probably beats up like fucking 50 soldiers. It seems like
it totally reminds me of, like the Netflix shows, because like they don't have a lot of budget to superhero effects, so they do a lot of like hallway fights. So them doing that, there's a scene just like that in Daredevil season 2, I think, with Daredevil and Punisher.
Oh, really?
But it was really cool.
Which one of them has the metal arm?
Neither one of them. But I like when Bucky like hits one of the soldiers, and the guy's gonna fall down, and Cap catches him and looks over at him and he's like, "Really, man?"
Yeah, that was good.
Because like he knows he's just trying to get away, but he's like, "Can you be a little safer?
Yeah, can you be safe?
Can you kick these guys' asses a little safer?"
And he's like, "I'm not gonna kill anyone," and then hits a guy with the fucking cinder block, and he goes,
Yeah.
"To the wall." I'm like, Jesus.
Like I'm pretty sure if I get hit in the face with a cinder block right now, as hard as the Winter Soldier threw that, I'd be dead.
Hopefully.
Excuse me?
Well, because if you were like brain damage, I would want to deal with you.
Wow, what a father you are. Father of the year, folks. So then Cap and the gang are taken down by the government, and they take Cap's shield and Falcon's wings, which I like Falcon's little comment there. He's like, I see one of you guys flying around that through the window.
What? Don't they call it a bird suit at one point?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh, so I really like when Cap brings up knowing young Howard Stark, and Tony snaps on him and goes, "Oh, did you know each other?"
Yeah.
He only brought that up about 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, that was
I like that because like he's literally every movie that does get brought up.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be fun to get to see Tony Stark like freak out about it. That was really
Oh, yeah.
cool. And then Baron Zemo shows up and activates the Winter Soldier. Then we get a really awesome fight scene, and it ends with Cap dragging Bucky out of the water, just like Bucky did to him in Winter Soldier.
After he shows his bicep on the helicopter.
Yeah, after Loki was like, "God damn, look at that bicep." No, but that's a really cool scene too. You got Tony Stark stopping the bullet with his hand and all that. Everybody fighting in like the office space, and then the whole helicopter scene is amazing too.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of really good moments
he
in this movie.
Literally, like, he kicks Scarlett Johansson's ass, Tony Stark's ass. Him and Black Panther were pretty even.
Pretty even. Yeah. Black Panther, Bucky, and Captain America are always pretty even.
Pretty even, yeah. But then once, like, how does he get away from Black Panther? I don't remember. Doesn't he?
He just gets knocked down, I think, and then runs away from where he's at.
And then he jumps in a helicopter and punches Captain America through the helicopter.
Yeah, I like that though, because he grabs him by the throat, and then as the helicopter's falling.
Yeah.
Like that the whole thing's really cool. Oh, oops. Oh, I was really confused. What's funny is as I wrote this, I was like, I'm gonna get confused reading this, because I said, then we get the post-credit scene from Ant-Man, and then Bucky reveals that he's not the only Winter Soldier. But because I wrote post-credit scene, I was like, did I skip to the bottom? Oh no, I didn't. But yeah, so we get a longer version of Ant-Man's post-credit scene with Falcon, Bucky, and Cap.
Yeah.
They got him under that car machine.
It sounded like you said Captain fucking...
Bucky
fucking Cap.
That's
a whole nother movie.
That's just in my
your MCU.
That's just in my dreams.
Yeah. Fucking weird.
He's like, oh, I'm the Winter Soldier. In my dreams, he's got a metal cock, not a metal arm.
Yeah, I could see that.
So then Tony goes and recruits Spider-Man for help against Captain America. That's a really cool scene. Spider-Man shows up. He says he's gonna fund him from that thing he did earlier, and then I think Tony Stark like calls him a garbage digger. He takes down his suit and all this shit.
Yeah.
Shows him his little YouTube clips of Spider-Man.
I like when he looks through his goggles. He's like, "Can you see through this shit?"
Yeah, those two together are a really good pair.
Yeah.
Which I would have never thought so before this movie, like Spider-Man and Iron Man teaming up and stuff, like it being fun.
No, but it's
But it
funny
was really
because
cool.
Tony Stark treats him like a kid.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like if that was Tony Stark's kid. Like I could totally see them doing that.
Yeah, a little bit.
So then we get a pretty cool. Oh, oops. Did I said we get a pretty cool Hawkeye versus. Oh no, that is right. Okay, my bad. So we get a pretty cool Hawkeye versus Vision fight to help Scarlet Witch escape, which I do really like. That Scarlet Witch is like throwing Vision through the floor and all that as he's trying to fight.
That was a little rough.
A little bit, yeah, but that was pretty cool. I really liked her a lot more in this movie than I did in Avengers 2.
I liked her in Avengers 2, but I think it's because I liked her in this.
Yeah, well,
since we
rewatching him, yeah, but I'm talking about, like, originally I thought she was in Avengers 2, and then after watching Civil War for the first time, I was like, oh, she's actually a pretty good character.
Well, she didn't really get to do a whole lot.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, here she's throwing cars.
She didn't really seem to care much that her brother's dead. And I don't know how many years have passed, but she doesn't.
Well, what's she supposed to do?
I don't know, maybe shed a tear every now and then, say something about her brother.
Wow.
But
she could be like Iron Man and fucking try to fight Winter Soldier, even though in one of the movies we watched, he said, "Parents die, get over it."
Oh yeah, that's funny. I forgot about that. That was just like a couple movies ago. Cause
It
he
was
said,
Iron Man 3.
Yeah, he said it to that kid in Iron Man 3. Yeah.
Called a kid a pussy because his dad left, and then now he's fighting Captain America and Winter Soldier because he killed his mom and dad.
That's really funny. I completely forgot about that. So then we get a amazing airport fight scene,
Easy for you to say.
and Vision shoots Rhodey out of the sky. But that airport fight scene, I mean, that's like a 15-20 minute fight scene of just.
Yeah, I watched
Like
it
great
twice
moments.
because I watched it and then you.
I kind of watched it twice because I watched part of it when you watched it,
Yeah.
and I watched the rest when I watched it originally. But we got Giant Man in that, Spider-Man going after Falcon and Bucky. Like, there's some really really cool moments in that.
Yeah, the Spider-Man chasing those two was really funny.
Especially he's like, "Oh, you got a metal arm? That's awesome, dude."
Yeah, and then he
And then Falcon's like, "There's not usually this much talking in a fight."
ends up shooting something around Spider-Man's wrist. One
Yeah,
of
his little bird. I
gadgets.
forget what it's called.
Yeah, and that goes taking him out the thing. That was pretty.
Yeah, and
funny.
then Bucky's like, "You couldn't have done that sooner."
Yeah.
It was like little bits like that, like him and Falcon in the car together. All those scenes made me really really like Bucky in this movie.
And Falcon, but I already liked Falcon.
Yeah, like I would totally be down. It seems like they're setting this up for, especially because Chris Evans announced he's leaving after Avengers 4. I would totally be okay with them doing like Captain America 4, and it's Bucky as Captain America, because that's what happens in the comics. Is either Bucky or Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'd be cool. I can see like after this movie, say Avengers 3 or Avengers 4, Cap dies, and somehow Tony Stark's alive or whatever. I can see him giving the shield to Bucky after that, like at the funeral or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be pretty neat. And then because of Friday, Tony finds out that Bucky really didn't do the explosion. He then visits Team Cap in prison and asks Falcon for info on Cap. So that was pretty cool. Like he kind of like owned up to being a dickhead before,
Yeah.
like just going against them just because he wanted to go after Bucky and all that, not really looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, like I don't know, Iron Man. He's definitely the bad guy for me in this. Like,
Oh, 100%, yeah.
like I just root
I
against
think
him.
I think most people in this are on Team Cap in this movie.
Remember hashtag Team Cap, hashtag Iron Man. And I
Yeah.
was just like, well, who would pick Iron Man for fuck's
So, well, going into the movie, I thought I would be Team Iron Man, just because, I mean, I liked Captain America's movies more, but I've always just thought Iron Man was cool, and, like, he's got Spider-Man on his team and Black Panther and all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed you arranged it this way, to be honest.
No, it's because you like Iron Man more.
Hmm.
No, I had to set it up some way, and I just thought this made sense.
Yeah, whatever.
But like literally, as stuff started happening in the movie the first time, I'm like, oh, I'm obviously Team Cap because I'm rooting for Captain Bucky. Go and do some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, Spider-Man's cool and Black Panther's cool.
But like, really, I mean,
And actually, she's on that side.
she turns, yeah, at halfway point in the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like everybody on this side has more of a good reason to fight, and they're just kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then he does that. So Iron Man, Cap, Bucky, and Black Panther all show up at the old Winter Soldier compound. All the Winter Soldiers end up being dead, and then Baron Zemo reveals that Bucky killed Tony's parents, and that's the mission that he did in the beginning of the movie.
Now, remember when the first time we watched this, we thought this was going to be like Iron Man, Captain America, and Winter Soldier fighting 12 Winter Soldiers, and that was going to be the end of the movie or whatever?
Yeah, that's kind of what they lead you to believe. Yeah.
Yeah. I almost expected it again like, when I'm watching
Oh,
it.
really?
I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna get. And I was trying to picture in my head, what do these other like soldiers look like? And then they walk in and they're dead. I'm like, oh yeah, this fucking crazy fucker just shot him. Just show him
That's
the video.
funny. They tricked you twice.
It didn't really trick me, but I don't know what. Like for that, it was like a split second thinking, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna fight, and then I'm like, yeah, I totally made that up.
That's really funny. Yeah, but they totally lead you to
Yeah,
believe
I
that's
like-
going to be like Baron Zemo and like 6 other Winter Soldiers all fighting all them.
I like how Black Panther's there, but like none of them know he's there.
Yeah.
You know.
Which I mean, I guess you kind of have like Captain America and Bucky had to have met him outside, because then at the end they go to Wakanda.
Yeah, like after that. Well, because
But
he's like probably like, well, I stopped this guy from shooting himself in the head, which was really cool.
Yeah, that moment. Yeah, the talking and all that, and he's like, I've let revenge consume me. It's consuming Tony and all that, but I'm done.
I almost picked Black Panther as my favorite character.
He is really good in this. He's probably my second.
Yeah, he was cool. I like Ant-Man so much that it's hard for hard to pick someone else.
It probably helps because like that's one of your favorite actors.
Yeah, no, totally.
So
And Black Panther didn't fucking become 20 feet tall either.
that's true. So then we get an amazing fight scene with Tony. He blows off Bucky's arm, and then Black Panther.
I
talks to
forgot he
Baron
blew
Zemo.
his arm off.
Oh, I remember just because like we just watched Black Panther, and he gets it. He like comes out with that stump, and then in the trailers for this, he has a new arm for Infinity War.
I just totally forgot. Like,
it looked really cool. Like you see like little bits of it like burned and shit.
yeah. Does it hurt if your metal arm gets blown
I
off?
bet it doesn't.
I mean,
I mean, unless a little bit of like the flames flew up into where his skin is still, if he has
like
any.
burned his armpit hair off? He doesn't
Maybe.
have armpit hair.
How do you know?
Because he had
I guess it
he
goes
had a
all the way
metal
up to his
armpit,
shoulder, yeah. So then Cap kicks Tony's ass, and then Tony tells him to leave the shield behind. Which if I was Cap, I'd turn around and be like, yeah, fuck you, and I'd walk out with that shield.
No, it's because
But Cap's got more honor.
Yeah, and Black Panther's gonna give him a new one.
He has those better shields in Infinity War
Yeah.
coming out of his wrist and all that. Do you think he'll get his shield back at all in Infinity War, or do you think he's just... Because in the comics, when he's done being Captain America, he becomes a character called Nomad. So do you think they'll just have him be like that, and like... especially because he's leaving in the next movie, so what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be interesting if they just start calling him... Or I bet you that maybe there'll be an Easter egg to him being Nomad or something.
Yeah.
But I bet you they're just going to call him Steve. Because they rarely call him... They either just call him Cap or Steve anyways.
Yeah.
So probably just go with that. So then...
So does he say, I can do this all day in all 3 movies?
Yeah, I thought about that in this one.
I remember the first
do
one.
you think,
I remember
do you think
the
he'll
third
say that to Thanos when they're fighting in Infinity War?
one. Yeah, as he kills him.
Probably, yeah.
When does he say it in Winter Soldier? I don't remember.
I can't remember, but I know he does say it.
He does say it.
Should I look it up?
No, that's fine. I thought he did, but...
So then Rhodey is learning how to walk again with some new Stark tech. We get our 13th Stan Lee cameo.
I totally forgot about that shit. He's
So
a
did I.
FedEx guy.
Yeah, he's a FedEx guy, and he brings a cell phone and a letter from
Tony-
Cap to Tony.
Are you Tony Stank?
Yes, this is Tony Stank. You're in the right place. Thank you for that. Never dropping that, by the way. Table for 1, Mr. Stank. Please, by the bathroom.
Tony Stank.
God, he's annoying.
That actually made me laugh a little bit because Don Cheadle was like, yep, that's him, Tony Stank. He's like, thanks for that one.
Yeah, I thought I was like, oh yeah, this happens. So then Cap breaks out Team Cap from prison, and then boom, end of the movie.
Yeah, that's it. All right, see you later.
No, so then we get some end credit scenes. Bucky's being dropped off at Wakanda. He can't trust his mind, so they're gonna fix him. Do you think he gets fixed?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Since we saw him.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man
He's,
talks
like he's been in how many end credit scenes, for fuck's sake? At least 3.
Yeah. So then Spider-Man talks to Aunt May, and then he shows some
I
new
thought you were going to
suit.
say Ant-Man.
Spider-Man talks to Aunt
What
Man.
if Ant-Man marries Aunt May?
There'd be a lot of ants. And then he reveals he's got some new little suit tech. It shoots up in the sky.
What is it, a flashlight?
Maybe, yeah. I'm really looking forward to watching Spider-Man: Homecoming again. I think as of like guessing, because we only have a couple movies left to watch. Next one's Doctor Strange. I think my top's gonna go Captain America: Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Really?
At least that was my top coming into this, and I think it'll stay that way. Because I really, really like Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man's one of my favorite Marvel characters.
I like
that helps.
Spider-Man, and I like Spider-Man: Homecoming. I don't think it's gonna be in my top 3.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I think my top 3 is Captain America: Civil War, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I think that's my top 3 movies.
I'm interested to watch Doctor Strange because I've only seen it one time, and that was in the
I
theaters.
saw it twice in theaters, and I really liked it both times. So I think that'll be up
Like,
there
where
too.
do you think that's gonna fall in your top?
Maybe top 5.
Really?
Probably top 5, I think. Yeah, because I mean, I really like Benedict Cumberbatch too, so that definitely helps.
Yeah, I like.
And
it too.
I just liked how weird a guy he goes, kind of into the microversey shit, like how Ant-Man does, except he goes into other dimensions.
I don't really remember a whole lot. I just remember him.
There's a lot of time travel, so that helps.
I just remember him driving that car down the street and crashing it.
Yeah, that scene, I mean, loud as fucking, like, out of nowhere, like,
Yeah.
scared the shit out of me in theaters. But, alright, so you want to talk about our movies, our ranked movies?
Sure.
Alright, so I'll read Nick's first since I went first last week. So Nick's goes Civil War, Winter Soldier, Ant-Man, Guardians, Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, Thor, Avengers 2, Iron Man 2, Thor 2, Iron Man 3, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't surprise me. Nothing really changed since last week. Just put Winter Soldier.
I
And Civil
almost
War on
put
top.
Civil War 2.
Oh, what do you like more about Winter Soldier than Civil War? Which is interesting because you said Bucky's not your favorite in this, and Winter Soldier is kind of all about Bucky.
Well, I think
Which I mean, so is this.
I think it was I, Tanya made me like Bucky.
Oh, really?
No, but
you really like when he beats up Harley Quinn?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's what you do to Cap. No, I think I said this before. Like, I don't read comics, so I don't.
You read MCs.
You're so stupid. So I don't know. I didn't know who Winter Soldier was. I didn't know I didn't know Bucky became Winter Soldier. I didn't know Winter Soldier became Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know, to be honest, that fucking superheroes ever died until you started yapping.
you thought they
like-
lived forever?
Yeah, they're superheroes.
I guess.
I mean,
they always come back. No
I
one's
mean,
ever
this fucker
dead.
gets big and little. Why would they have to die?
Well, so does their wiener, and you die.
Good point. Just gonna slap you with it in a second. But no, I mean, I didn't care. Like I don't, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think you should start reading comics.
No, I'm not going to.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Because you like reading books. What about the comics make you not want to read?
I
Because
don't-
you, obviously you like these characters.
I hate pictures.
You started a podcast.
I hate pictures.
You don't hate pictures. But like no, but really, because like you like reading, you like these characters. Why not read more about them? Or is it because it's not connected to this stuff, or is it
I just don't have any interest.
you don't have it? Oh,
I
see that?
just don't care. I
that-
don't care.
That
Like,
boggles my
that's-
mind since you like the movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I just don't have any interest in
But-
reading a fucking comic book.
But so go on to about Winter Soldier.
But I think after, now that I've watched these a couple times, I do like Sebastian Stan,
Mhm.
and I like him as Winter Soldier. But also the Winter Soldier, I like how goes back to Hydra, and like it intertwined, like, oh no, Shield's Hydra and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
I like Falcon a lot.
yeah, he's really good.
And Scarlett Johansson's in it too, and she's good too. So it's like a mini Avengers kinda.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Captain America's just beating the shit out of people, which is fantastic.
No, it is a really good movie. It's in my top 4. It's my 4th movie up there. Yeah. Which I guess I should say mine. I never said mine.
4.
Yeah, I got Captain America:
Whatever.
Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Avengers, Captain America, Black Panther, Ant-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Iron Man 3, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, and Thor: The Dark World at the very bottom.
The only issue I have with yours,
Oh, I don't have an issue with your list. Why do you have an issue with mine?
it's a small issue.
What?
It's not an issue. It's just a question.
What?
Age of Ultron 3rd?
I wouldn't have thought that, but then rewatching it, I really liked it. I don't know what it is.
about it made it 3rd? Like, what about
Well,
Avengers?
it's-
Age of Ultron is better than Captain America.
The more characters and stuff. I just liked all their interactions in it. I actually liked Ultron a lot more this time watching
I
it.
liked Ultron better, but
And, like-
it's because I know who plays him.
Yeah. Well, and, like I don't know. I thought it was a lot more interesting this time. Seeing everything, you get a little Civil War moments between them, and like I thought it was a lot
Was
more.
that Joe?
I think that was you moving the table.
I don't think it was.
But it might have been Joe scratching. But I just thought it was more entertaining the second time watching. I thought it would.
I remember when we saw it in theaters, and you were like, "Oh, that was so much better than the first one," and I was like, "You're fucking crazy."
I do agree. I think Avengers.
Like, I raised a crazy kid.
I'm in the minority, but I think Age of Ultron is better than Avengers.
You're a
1.
white male. You're not in the minority.
This fucking guy.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I liked it. And I don't have any problems with yours.
Oh, really?
Ant-Man is number 3. I
Where-
mean, come on.
Where's Thor 2 in my list?
I don't fucking understand this. Thor 2, for you, is where Iron Man 2 is for me, which Iron Man 2 kind of sucked when I rewatched it.
I mean, to be fair, how many is this?
This is 14 movies.
So I have Thor 2 11th.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not high.
No, yeah.
I just didn't hate it like you.
No, I hated every second of that movie.
Even when he threw the sneaker
Which,
in
I
the
mean,
hall.
that
There's a
being...
lot of shoes here.
Thor being at the very bottom almost makes Incredible Hulk seem like a complete shit movie, which I didn't think it was that shitty either.
Yeah, but there's only the second one we watched. We're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And then we watched the rest of them. We're like, oh,
That's
yeah,
true. I
it's
mean, the
pretty
other ones
bad.
are so good. That's kind of like, That to me, like watching Incredible Hulk is like watching, which people are gonna hate me for this, but the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, it's just okay.
Yeah, but see, I remember when the first one came out, people were going apeshit for that stuff.
Yeah, but I think that's also because I mean, what else was out there, like
I don't know.
that? What you know what I mean? Like there was no Civil War, Black Panther out, or so.
Yeah.
So it's just like when like the Batman came out with Michael Keaton, you're like, oh my god, it's amazing. Watching now, it's like, oh, that's a good movie, but it's no like Dark Knight or shit or anything like that.
Well, yeah, that's true. But, like, nobody liked the fourth one.
Well, yeah, not only the people making it like the fourth one.
Yeah, I mean, and you watched that recently.
Yeah,
What
bad.
the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, because I was just watching movies, you know. I like superheroes, so I was.
I mean, honestly, if you take these movies at this point, and I don't think I didn't really enjoy Guardians 2, so we'll see where that falls.
Mm-hmm.
But I would draw a line under Thor 2 and say those are all the good ones. Iron Man 3 and Incredible Hulk are the bad ones. That's what I would say for me. But I know, like, you liked Iron Man 3 more than...
Yeah, see, I was surprised. A lot of these movies that I thought I wouldn't like as much, I actually liked them a lot. Like I remember.
Well, you didn't like it that much. I mean...
Well, see, that's what I'm. But that's because all the movies are so good. It's hard to rank them like that. Cause like, just because I have Thor underneath Iron Man on there, that's like the 10th movie or whatever. I really liked Thor, but I just like the other ones better. So
right.
Nothing. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, it's weird ranking them like that.
No, it is weird, but it's kind of fun to make a list.
Yeah, I almost wish, cause like we talk about it like 2 days after we watch the movie. I almost wish I could rearrange it every once in a while. But then I think about, like, that would bug me if I was watching someone's video and they rearrange their list the next week.
What would you want to rearrange?
Like, I don't know. Well, 'cause, like, sometimes writing it down, I'm like, oh, I think Captain America might have been better than Avengers. But then I'm like, oh, well, a couple weeks ago I said it wasn't. So, you know, like, just stuff like that as writing it down and, like, rethinking of it. But, yeah. But yes, I going into this, Civil War is my top, and it's still my top. And I think it'll stay that way up until Infinity War. Then who knows? Infinity War might be my favorite.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. I mentioned Thor Ragnarok. Might be up there, too. At least from what I've heard about it, that seems like it was a really good movie, too.
Yeah, I mean,
So
we'll have to see it.
Yeah.
I know, I remember that girl at work was telling me to go see it, and I was like, yeah, well, eventually.
Usually, like, if they're really, really funny, and that's why I like Guardians, and really, really funny and really, really different than the other ones.
That's why I like Ant-Man.
That usually puts it up there, yeah.
I like Guardians a lot, too, though Guardians is number 4 for me.
Oh, yeah.
It was tough between Ant-Man and Guardians for me.
Yeah, I get that.
But I liked the stuff around Ant-Man, like the heist and getting small and doing weird things like that. That was just cool. And it was funny.
It was just different too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, so you ready to watch the trailer for Doctor Strange?
Yeah, actually.
All right, folks, get your popcorn. We're watching the trailer for Doctor Strange.
No one gets popcorn for a 2-minute.
You might. What if you got one of those little tiny bags of popcorn? All right, so we're hitting play on the trailer right now. It's fascinating.
Space, the final frontier.
Stephen Strange.
Do you know what that reminded me of?
What?
Steven.
Oh my God, banana slug.
There's that car crash I was talking about.
There's that Marvel logo I was talking about.
Yeah. Is that the way you have tattooed on your balls?
Yeah, but no one else sees it.
I don't ever seen it.
I have Marvel on my balls and then DC on my taint.
I forgot she was in
so
it.
then I could slap my balls against my taint. It's like Marvel and DC fighting.
Wow. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that.
You know, I'm always fascinated how doctors clean their hands like that.
But with water?
No, it's like the way they do it. It always looks interesting to me.
You're
I
weird.
don't believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief.
Don't even say it. Every time I watch a trailer, he's like, "Oh, we gotta wait till fall to see that."
Possibility.
I remember so many people were mad that she wasn't Asian.
She doesn't look Asian.
Well, 'cause like in the comics, the person's Asian, but like,
Who cares?
yeah, it's kind of my thinking. Like, unless it's like the main character of the movie, who cares if it's like the exact same thing as the source material?
I mean, it's their movie.
Yeah. I remember that scene being really cool. There's a lot of really cool moments like that in this, where it's just like weird effects.
Yeah, see, I don't
Like the
remember.
more when he fights that one dude, like in his other body or whatever, like the spirit body, like while the one chick's operating on him.
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh no, it's him putting on his little thing going up the stairs, huh? Yeah, this is the teaser. That actually didn't show much. Just that teaser
No,
trailer for it.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of excited to watch that because, like you said, I mean, I saw it in theaters twice, but like after that, I never saw it again. Never really thought about it
Yeah,
again.
I haven't seen it since the first time we saw it, which is probably the night it came out.
Yeah. Did we do a video on that when it came out? I don't remember. I know we did Ant-Man and Civil War.
I don't know. I don't
And
remember.
I think maybe even Guardians 2, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, but all right. So, anything else you want to say about Captain America: Civil War before we wrap up this birthday cake, put it in the oven, and then give it to Timmy?
God, you're retarded. Like, really? Like, what?
I don't know.
Where do you come up with this shit?
It's just a saying that that's what things people say. I'll be like, yes. No, they say that.
Yeah. It's. I was gonna say, so is this a crossover now between Tupac with the Tupac thing, and now we got?
Oh, because we got Falcon in it. Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. If people don't know what we're talking about, the movie is it just called Notorious?
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie plays Tupac in that, who also he plays Falcon. So I was like, oh, that's weird because we've been watching a show about Tupac, and I looked up the picture. I was like, oh, I wonder what he looks like as Tupac, and
He
he
was like,
just looks like Anthony Mackie.
he was like a bald falcon.
Yeah.
He's a bald eagle.
Oh my God. Well, that's it for the Pleeka podcast. Thanks to everybody. Go check out our Patreon. You can check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. Tweet Nick pictures of your balls, and we'll see you guys next week for Doctor Strange.